Okay, Sunday afternoon, about 4 o'clock. Got a no cooling call. Pretty warm today, so I understand it's hard to go without air. Let's see if we can help them. Okay, so had a Nest thermostat. Turned it on. It's blowing in the house and making the death buzz out here. So I don't know if she's gonna get lucky today. Or if it's a real problem, but let's hope it's something simple we can straighten out. Had one screw there, no screw there. That one's about to fly out. That one's loose, so whoever worked on it last, well, it was the Run Cap Bandit. That's who worked on it last. Looks a little bit puffy. Ow! Ow! Psych. Everybody's always waiting for me to get hit by one of these. The top looks a little bit puffed up. $30 by $5. Titan. Made there. All right. Let's go see if we got one. I should have one. Okay, we are going to do a little bit better than Bandit did. I'm going to put a bracket on it and use a USA Mars 30 by 5. A little bit tip screw. Bit tip it right in there. A little bit too high. I don't know how long those wires are. Okay. Commons. Hermetic and fan. All right. So let's be confident. Go ahead and put this door back on. That's about all we're gonna do on a Sunday anyway. I sure hope it doesn't need a motor. Okay, here we go. Like I say, I sure hope that thing fires up. That motor looks old. There she goes. Boy, it is not flowing well. Doesn't really look clogged. But I'm here to tell you, she ain't blowing good. So I'm gonna use my old dollar bill trick to show what it's doing. It is just barely sitting there. It's blowing a little in a couple of spots, like right there. Pretty much nothing all the way around. Except this one spot. That tells me that these holes here probably represent what used to be a plastic shroud around the fan, I'm thinking. The blade doesn't look extremely low. One more possibility is this, boy, it's getting hot too. This coil is, has the illusion of not being dirty, and apparently it is. Let's see what happens if we try to clean it a little bit. All right, so this is a painted coil. It's black, as you can see. And I don't have any of the triple D or the orange type, tenacious D or whatever it's called. It's got a D in it. So I've mixed a really weak solution of New Bright here, of the blue. And I mean, it's not even 10%. It's just really weak. And I am going to wet the coil first, just so I can try to be sure not to let this cleaner that's really too strong for a painted coil, try not to let it start jerking the finish loose. Boy, and it's drying out really quick. I may have to do one side at a time here. And this stuff is way too strong for a painted coil. So So that's why I'm trying to be so careful with it. And this old Goodman here, the old brown ones, it is absolutely not worth taking apart and cleaning it right, as so many of you armchair warriors are going to comment and say that I should have did this and you would have did that and blah blah blah. Well, when you own your own business, you can decide what you do and what you do for your customers and what you don't, and how you protect them and how you don't. I'm just not going to let this customer spend a bunch of money they don't need to spend. Wet this thing down some more. So rather than take the lid off and flush it backwards like I normally do, I'm just going to do what you'd call a quick job here, and I'm going to see if I can get it flowing better. This whole thing ain't long for the world anyway, at least not in my opinion. Probably could have done okay just with water, but we're going to rinse this thing as hard as we can, straight on through to the inside while it's running. Can't wait to hear all your comments on that. Boy, ain't they going to be something else. Just doing what suits the application, in my opinion. All right. Let's find us a stronger setting on this thing here. All right. See, some dirt is in it. So the dollar bill will tell the story when we get through here. Okay. See how she does now. Look at there. It won't sit there now, will it? Spot there is not too strong. Definitely got a whole lot more air going through this thing than we did. I mean, she is flat out moving some air now. Better stick our gauges on this thing. It's already compensating. Side, 216 on the high side. He was fine, but he just wanted to know what I was seeing, what was going on. Better now than she was. is flat out making water. So I'd say they're definitely 100% better off than they were. And to all you fellas that think I should have took all that time to take this thing apart, well, you go ahead and do it. If the machine would have been worthy, I would have done it. A little old quick clean here is all this thing really needed, and all it was worth doing, in my opinion.